Tel Aviv is a blend of urban cool and beachside sophistication. It's a surprisingly green and compact city, and it's really welcoming for people with reduced mobility. Let's take a look around. The design of the promenade has taken everyone into account. The pedestrian pathway running south to Jaffa is flat and smooth. It can get pretty lively here, and it's a great afternoon roll. There's easy access to these shade sheds. Beach chairs are available to take you onto the sand or into the water. Heading south to Jaffa Port, you'll notice a slight incline. The port is layered with history, and the pier is a great way to take it all in. You'll find plenty of places to eat and drink, but we didn't find an accessible public toilet. The Jaffa Flea Market is not far from the clock tower. It can be breezy but bustling around here. The market is surrounded by second-hand dealers and antique shops. Along the narrow laneways are little stores. Some have a step and all of them are overflowing with goods. The surface here is paved and flat. You'll know when you've made it to the flea market, because everything weird and wonderful is laid out on display. Some sellers use tables, others lay their wares out on the ground. It's equal parts trash and treasure. We didn't find a publicly accessible toilet, but there's one close by at the Tourist Information Centre. If you're still in a market kind of mood, check out Carmel Market. Apparently it's Tel Aviv's biggest and busiest. Carmel Market is basically one long alleyway, and it can get pretty thick with people, especially on Fridays. Some stalls have a step or a ramp, others are step-free. From fruit and veg to electronics to clothes, you name it, and it's here. Little alleys branch off the main market street. Here you can get away from the crowds and have a rest. The Tel Aviv Museum of Art is well worth a look. It's centrally located and it's free. The lower level has a very contemporary art space, and there's a cafe and toilets down here too. All the public areas here are step-free. Lifts connect all of the floors. Make your way to the old building down this ramp. You'll see a wide set of stairs, but there's a platform lift on the right. There are bench seats throughout the gallery. Tel Aviv is fairly small, so we used taxis, but the buses are accessible. You'll access the bus from the side door. Once you're strapped in, you're facing backwards, which is a bit weird, and there is a safety belt. You'll need to have a RAV-CAV transport card because you can't buy a ticket on board. If you've got more time, here's some other suggestions. Rabin Square is popular with locals. It's a paved area with seating and shade. Sarona is a historical village surrounded by skyscrapers. The surface is smooth, there's lots of seating, and there's accessible toilets. The Museum of the Jewish People is located within the Tel Aviv University. Audio guides are available and there's plenty of seats. It's a big campus with steps and slight hills, so plan your visit. Tel Aviv is pedestrian friendly and very accessible. Most of the city is flat. There are pedestrian crossings and dropped curbs. There's lots you can explore in Tel Aviv if you have reduced mobility, so you should definitely add it to your travel list.